Looks like Tony's having a little issue over in the right-hand lane in his bug. Going to send Brian on a solo pass. Mustang getting all kinds of sideways there, using a little bit too much nitrous on that pass. I'd tell you what he ran, but I can't. He's a no-time racer. We are not allowed to disclose their times per their request. Tony's VW bug over there in the right-hand lane left a little bit of oil residue. Team's going to be working on cleaning that up. In the meantime, we're going to be running single left-hand passes. Jake Wood, you're needed at the starting line, please. Mr. Jake Wood. David in his 57 Vita Bug runs a 1264 at 94 miles an hour. Whoa, that looks like a little problem there. He's driving blind currently. Got the hood popped up. That's a new speed mod there. Our safety crew is going to go down there and help our friend J.R. Davis down. He's probably having one heck of a time driving that thing right now since that thing surely hurt the window. Looks like our boys are getting JR all squared away there. Got the crew working on the starting line as well. Looks like we got JR clear of the top end of the track. Just working on getting our safety crew out of the way. Gonna get the next car rolling down the track. He goes down there and runs an 11:21 at 120 miles an hour. If you're wondering what our starting line crew down there is doing, certain fluids clean up a lot easier than others. Not all lubrications are made the same. And of course, lubrication on a sticky drag strip is not the combination we are looking for. We use various different methods depending on where and what is on the track. The boys are down there currently using a fuel-like mixture to try to wipe up the oil off the starting line. In the meantime, Tim McGinnis, driving that beautiful chop top 62 Chevy Nova, goes down there and runs a 10:34 at 102 miles an hour. AJ in that 66 Chevy Chevelle going for burnout of the night. At least he's trying. AJ getting busy with it down there. Letting off at the 8th mile. He's typically an 8th mile grudge racer out here. Goes down there and runs a 1070 flat at 123 miles an hour. Should be just a few more minutes before we get this right lane open up. Looks like they got a nasty cleanup on their hands down there. Jake, Nick, Darren, and crew working hard. Get both lanes back open. Like I said, not all cleanups are created equal. Mike Davis putting a little bit too much power to that Camaro. It's going to coast it on down to the end of the track. That's going to bring us up to another licensing pass. Jason Martin working on getting his NHRA competition license. At the rate he's going, should not take him long. He'll have it in the next hour. He's wasting no time getting out here and getting his NHRA license. Just bought that car last week. Already making a half dozen hits. One more 8th mile pass on board for him. Lets off at the 8th mile, coasts to an 11:23. While we're working on getting this right lane open, Snack Shack is open, serving hot food, cold drinks, warm drinks, whatever combination you can think of. They probably got it. Or if you're feeling like some beef jerky, go see my boys at Ranch Life down here at the base of the tower. I can tell you that their jerky is quite delicious as I'm chewing on it. Todd Roscoe's 006 on the tree. Lets off at the 8th mile. Runs a 5:11 at 135 miles an hour. At the 8th mile, coasts for a 8:58 at 117. Jason Anderson going to make a rip in his 1967 Chevy Camaro. Jason Anderson searching for traction down there. Beautiful 1967 Chevy Camaro he has. .1401 at 606 miles an hour for Jason Anderson. Lane Hayward out of Redding, California, in that beautiful 2020 C8 Corvette. Like I said, I believe they call that blueberry blue special paint color. No issues searching for traction with that rear engine Corvette. Gets down there, runs a 12.26 at 117. Brian Davis runs a 12.86 at 111 miles an hour in his 2008 Lexus ISF. We're going to take a quick break here. Should be about 5 minutes or so as track prep specialist Jake Wood works on both lanes here. The Snack Shack is open for hot dogs and hamburgers and anything else you could want. Go see them for a hot bite to eat or maybe just a snack. They also have cold drinks over there. There is currently no line to the Snack Shack, so I'd get boot, scoot, and boogieing if I wanted to be to the front of that line. If you're wondering what Jake's doing out there, I am too. No, I'm just kidding. It is quite the science, though. The gold dust that you see down on the track is a special little compound that we use to adhere the rubber to rubber coming off the tractor. So Jake's just finishing up that cleanup we had about 10 minutes or so ago from the VW bug. If you have any friends at home that aren't here yet, give them a call. Get them on their way. There's still plenty of racing to come. Or if they're stuck at home or maybe working the night shift tonight, we are live streaming on YouTube. Only took me an hour or so to get it running, but we are up live on YouTube. Once again, the Snack Shack is open. Souvenir Shop also has brand new t-shirts and sweatshirts we just got yesterday. So if we were missing your guys' size at the last race, now would be the time to go look. Jake just putting the finishing touches here on his track prep formula. Spraying a little bit of VHT, as we call it. Essentially liquid glue for the drag strip. Makes the rubber on the tire stick to the rubber on the track. And that is the key ingredient for a racetrack. Besides a sticky surface and a super high-tech timing system to tell you how fast you went, this would be nothing more than a simple street. We are almost ready to go here. First out of the gate, I believe, is going to be junior dragsters, followed by motorcycles, and then back to our street legal action. All right, looks like we are ready to go. We got junior dragsters rolling out. Never mind, we got a set of big dragsters coming your way. Track specialist Jake Wood going to take a hit on his own recipe of track prep. What better way to test it out than to do it yourself? Who needs to drag the track when you can just do a big old burnout like that? Jake goes 004 red on the tree. Man, he has been nailing it tonight. Lets off early. Coast to an 877 at 110. 135 miles an hour in the 8th. So we go to full-size dragsters to half-size dragsters here. First out of the box, we're going to have Tegan Glanzer over in that beautiful black and green mobile in the right-hand lane, racing in the O2 Motorsports lane. Going to be going up against Jaden Jones in the aqua-colored dragster in the left-hand lane. Both racers with great reaction times. Tegan 0.15 on the tree to Jaden's 0.60. Tegan runs in 7.91 with a 0 at 82 miles an hour. They have that car dialed in for the first race of the year. Jaden Jones runs in 8.18 at 79 miles an hour for their first pass of the night. It's going to bring up Colby Bates over in the left-hand lane and Courtney Goodman in the right-hand lane. Courtney Goodman making the haul all the way over from Eureka, California. Going up against your local hometown hero, Colby Bates out of Redding, California. Courtney Goodman chopping down the tree goes 002 green. Colby's 113 green. Courtney runs a 791 with a 4 at 82 miles an hour to Colby's 894 at 73. Remember, these cars are on a index style restriction. Some cars can go as fast as 790, others 890, 1090, 1190. You get the drift. Boston McConnell going on a single pass here. Boston McConnell goes down there, runs a 12:04 at 52 miles an hour. Madison Jordan in the right-hand lane burnout box. We're trying to get that thing started. Looks like Madison got that thing fired up, or at least her crew did. Going for their second licensing pass, second time ever down the track. Coming all the way down from Paradise. Racers, attention in the pits. It is officially sunset. From here on out, we need at least one taillight working on your car, preferably two taillights and headlights. Make sure you guys have your lights on as you come out of the staging lanes. And if you guys are running quicker than $13.99, you must have a helmet on. We do have helmets for rent over at the Race Hard Souvenir Shop. All right, we're heading back into some serious action here. We got 8 bikes on slate to run tonight. Curtis Moore in his 2018 KTM. He's going to be in the Tower Side Platinum Construction Lane. Dylan Humphreys in his 07 Yamaha 1000. It's going to be over in the Airport Side 02 Motorsports Lane. Curtis goes red, giving the automatic win over to Dylan. Still looks like a great side-by-side race all the way down the track. Curtis will get there first, runs a 10.97 at 135 miles an hour to Dylan's 11.14 at 127. Brings up Daniel Snell in the left-hand lane in his 2021 Kawasaki, a brand new bike. Going up against Tanner in his 2011 Kawasaki. Tanner took the last one out of this competition. Looks like he may do so again. Tanner gets there first, runs a 12.29 at 120 miles an hour to Daniel's 13.44 at 97. Once again, racers, it is officially nighttime. Make sure you have at least one tail light working when you come out of the staging lanes, preferably all your lights working. Two Harleys going at it. Platinum Construction Lane gets there first, runs a 13.47 at 95. To the O2 Motorsports lanes, a 14.11 at 96. And to round out our bike class, Charlie Blunt out of Orville. He's going to make a single hit in his 2011 Kawasaki. He's a regular out here during our ET Bracket Series race. Always a points contender year after year out here. Believe it or not, Charlie is like 80-something years old. Still killing the tree. He's 0.25 to the green side. He goes down there, runs a 10.01 at 152 miles an hour. Still doing it at 80 plus years old. How crazy is that? I want to be that cool when I'm 80. That's Marty Cisneros. Very first pass down the track. New racer getting their licensing passes out of the way. Over in the right-hand lane. They'll be making a single pass in that dragster. Beginning of the year, we're seeing lots of new driver car combinations, which means lots of new licensing. Any racer wanting to go faster than 9.99 ET in the quarter mile must have an ET competition license. All right, coming up. All right, with that licensing pass out of the way, we're going to back to back to back street legal racing. Our regular announcer and race director, Nick Bubbles, burning those tires off over there in the Platinum Construction Lane. Drove all the way up from the Bay Area to join us tonight. Nick Bublitz, 0.86 on the tree to Missy Odell's 160. That is one fast car Nick's got there. Goes down there and runs a 12.03 at 111 miles an hour. That is a good looking car and it runs fast. Boy. He must have a lot of power in that Chevelle to get that heavy car going all the way down the track. I'm told he's got a 502 big block Chev in that thing. Vince Miller and Alex going to battle it out. Alex in that 2016 Chevy Hack Country. Real close race. Alex actually gets there first with the win. 16.04 at 86 miles an hour to Vince's 15.71 at 90 in the BMW. That is going to be categorized as a whole shot victory for Alex. Daniel Dito in that '07 Ford Mustang, shifting it all the way down the track to a 12:46 at 110 miles an hour. Hunter Simmons in his '88 Chevy pick-em-up truck out of Bernie runs a 16:86 at 80 miles an hour. Kyle in that 2017 Chevy Corvette rips it down there to an 11:29, 135 miles an hour. That is one mean sounding Corvette. Truck on truck action here. Ford F-250 is going to get there first, 14:77 at 88 miles an hour. James is 18:19 at 83 miles an hour. James, if you can hear me, turn on your lights. Nick Bublett's going to take another rip here. And that beautiful Chevelle, brand new to him car. Road trip that thing all the way up from the Bay Area just to be here with us tonight. Nick 017 on the tree. He's already got that thing figured out. He's ready for bracket racing on his second pass. 12 flat with a 0 at 112 miles an hour in that full-bodied Chevy Chevelle. Nick's got to be pumping some Hearst purrs through that thing. 12 flat in a full-bodied Chevelle. That really blows my mind. Yellow Camaro versus yellow Mustang. Safe to say Travis is going to get there first in that 2015 Mustang. Does it in a 13:67 to Robert's 14:78. All right, boys, place your bets. Ford Mustang or Dodge Challenger? Who's your money on? Almost identical reaction times off the tree. I don't know which one it is, but one of those is a V6. I can tell you that. Maybe both of them. Ooh, Mustang's on the brakes. Braking action. Who's going to get there first? Mustang wins 14:83 at 70 miles an hour on the brakes. Destiny in that 18 Dodge Charger or Challenger 15:05 at 72. Mustang takes the win. Acura gets there first, runs a 15:04 at 96 miles an hour to the Civic's 17:55 at 71 miles an hour. If you are ever so curious as to why our ET boards are not working down track, last season during a race, we had a lightning strike while they were hooked up. Lightning and electronics do not work out, in case you are curious. Rut row looks like Mike Lee is broke. Very broke. Might make it to the 60-foot line. I am no mechanic, but I would say something is wrong down there. Rut row raggy. Something wrong. Next up, Tristan Karsner and Matt Dewar. Tristan in the Ford F-250. Matt in his 2014 Chevy Silverado. Silverado, as they say. Tristan's got those mirrors folded in. I hear that adds at least 10 horsepower. Tristan's trying to run him down. He's got the mile an hour. Can he do it? Ooh, that's a tight race. Margin of victory, less than 10 feet. Tristan Karsner gets there 15:59 at 100 miles an hour to Matt Dewar's 15:98 at 84. Tristan was late on the tree and gave up the win. Charger on Charger action here. 2018 Charger in the left, 2016 Charger in the right. Justin's going to get down there first in his 2016 Charger. Runs a 13:28 at 112 miles an hour to Missy's 14:76 at 103. Once again, racers, it is nighttime. We need to see you. Please turn on your lights before you come out of the staging lanes. Thank you very much. It's not Wednesday, but Jeremiah is celebrating Wheels Up Wednesday early in that Mustang. Gets those wheels up high and runs a 10:51 at 116 miles an hour to Jason's 13:29 at 106 in the Chevy Camaro. Mike Davis in that Chevy Camaro is putting some power to it. Lets off early. Still runs a 10 flat at 100 miles an hour to Jesse's 1073 at 121 in the El Camino. Pumping some nitrous to those cars, boys. Got a couple of single passes heading your way in the right-hand lane behind a beautiful sunset drop set. Tim McGinnis, 018 off the tree. Tim makes a full pass, runs a 999 with a 7. That's exactly what he's looking for on a licensing pass. One more licensing pass coming out of Jason Martin here. 032, the red side of the tree. I know you can't see it. Jason gets down there, runs a 981 at 133 miles an hour for his first full pass of the night. That is also what he is looking for. Anything sub 999. Joey Earhart taking a little detour towards the tree there. Gets her straightened out, going the right direction. Joey Earhart. Little truck-on-truck action if you consider an El Camino to be a truck. Debate of the century right there. Is an El Camino a truck or not? Guess you could throw the Ranchero in the conversation too. Little Vega on Vega action. Tyler Wilson missing the launch. Shelley gets down there first, runs an 1160 flat at 115 to Tyler's 1234. All right, it is that time. Your regularly scheduled announcer, Mr. Nick Bublitz, is in the house.
I just got a little tongue-tied there, but yeah, I'm up here, so it's good to be back up. Kelsey Thurber going down the track, 89 Camaro. Little wiggle out of the hole. She gets it straightened out. 046 on the tree. She clicks it off early. Going to coast through at a 12 and change, 13 and change, 14 and change. Just keep counting up. 59 miles an hour for Kelsey. Comes Chad Bennett in the El Camino, Platinum Construction Lane, and is that Sergio Gonzalez, the O2 Motorsports side? I think so. We're going to go with Sergio, the plumb crazy 71 CUDA, the O2 Motorsports lane. 050 on the tree for Sergio, runner out of Biggs, California, regular out here in the Pro ET Series, driving this car. 1081, 122, a little off the pace that we usually see for that car. J.R. Davis, 1528, 102 miles an hour. Comes Mr. James Pickle in the Subaru, the O2 Motorsports lane. All right, guys, taillights on. Help me help you help us. Taillights on. We need to be able to track your vehicle's progress down the racetrack. Taillights on when you're coming out of the staging lanes. Big John Sullivan, Bernie, California, the 32 Bantam Altered. 188 on the tree. He goes, no, 1014, 131. Big John Sullivan in the Bantam. That last pass, Jason Martin, Cottonwood, 978, 134. Comes Dave Stoffel in the Volkswagen. The Dragon Bug. 8:31 in the 8th mile. Going to be looking at 14:15 in the quarter. Just kidding. How about 12:90, 106? Sucker comes on good down at the top end. Dave Stoffel, the V-dub. Here comes Randy Bass in the Pontiac Ventura, the O2 Motorsports lane. That's Nova with Pontiac power, but I think this one's back to Chevy power, so now it's just a Nova in a Halloween costume. Randy, Anderson, California is where he calls home. Brian Davis, 1337, 109 for the Lexus ISF. Jason Anderson out of Reading, 67 Camaro, the O2 Motorsports lane. That is the first year of the first gen. That is Camaro Primero on the O2 Motorsports side. Jason goes down, trips the quarter mile portatory beams. How about 1301, 107 miles an hour. Comes James Pickle in the Subaru again. It's time for me to remind James about the tail lights again. James, gonna need the tail lights on there for the next pass on the Subaru. Cameron Robb out of Reading, the Honda, 1597, 89 miles an hour. Here comes Blaine Andrews out of Redding, California, as our excellent track crew continues their work on the Platinum construction lane to return it to racing shape. Blaine, a little tardy there on the reaction time, so those of you who haven't done this before, when the third yellow light comes on, just go ahead and mat the go pedal. Car takes care of the rest. 1371 for the 5th Gen 2012 Camaro. Derek Renshaw, the big Power Stroke pickup, 1479, 88 miles an hour. Eric Hale out of Redding, California. Ford Focus ST goes 1469, 98 miles an hour. Destiny Carter out of Ukiah, California. Dodge Challenger. Challengers come in many flavors. Is this V6? Is this no, that's V6. Okay. 232 60 foot. Going to be about a 15-second pass for the Challenger here. It was a question until, about 60 feet. Yep. 1503, 88 miles an hour. Nathan Shepard out of Ukiah. 17 Mustang. Probably Coyote powered. Oh, I don't know. 910. Maybe it's an EcoBoost. Yeah, 1404 EcoBoost. 4-cylinder power. Nathan Shepard's Mustang in the O2 Motorsports lane. Comes Tim McGinnis out of Chico. 62 Nova. Charlie Blunt, the number 2 finisher in our motorcycle series, and the Wally winner out here last year. for the motorcycle category. Octogenarian out of Oroville. Clicks it off early on the Kawasaki, goes 14:23.59. All right, well, this is going to be the last pass here for a few minutes. We're going to be sending the tractor down for some drag action, so a great time to go check out the Snack Shack on the east side of the racetrack as Junior Davis lines up to make his run here in the 72 Nova out of Oroville. A little right turn there for Junior or JR. Depends on how you pronounce it. Just going to cruise on down the racetrack. Again, so we're just going to be down here for a few minutes while we do a quick drag and prep of the race surface to get the left lane operational and back up to snuff. So this would be a great time, again, to check out the east side of the racetrack. Just head on over to the Snack Shack. Look for the big neon Jeans hamburger sign. They're cooking up Jeans burgers, hot dogs, snow cones. Well, I guess they're not cooking up snow cones, but they have snow cones. Popcorn, all sorts of good stuff. So east side of the racetrack, just look for the big neon sign, and we'll be back with you, maybe 7 minutes? Don't quote me on that. 7 to 8 minutes. We're going to go with it for now. Once again, I want to thank all of you for coming out to support the historic Reading drag strip, the oldest continuously sanctioned NHRA drag strip in the country, guys. That's not in California. That's not in Shasta County. That's in the country. The oldest continuously sanctioned NHRA drag strip. Tell you what, that is something else. You're so lucky. We are so lucky to have something like this here in the community for such an extended period of time. And it wouldn't be possible to bring you racing without all of our wonderful sponsors, from Platinum Construction to O2 Motorsports to Eddie Axner Construction, Comp Cams, Napa Auto Parts, Anderson Trophies and Awards, Apply a Line Inc., Dearman Pump, you name it. I mean, all these great folks in the community have come together to support the Reading drag strip and keep drag racing alive where it first started, just about, more or less. Sort of, kind of. Coming to you live from the Anderson Trophies and Awards Race Control Tower. So for those of you who are interested in what's going on down there, we're not just watching the tractor make laps, as amusing as that would be. What Austin's doing on the tractor is he's basically reprepping the race surface. So the race surface is composed largely of rubber and traction compound. Basically, when that surface gets tainted by a foreign contaminant, be it oil, antifreeze, gear oil, or some other less than pleasant product, the rubber needs to be scraped, torched, burned, removed, and basically reapplied. So that's what we're doing now. The gold dust traction compound was put down on the track. That basically is a rubber attractant of sorts. So the rubber basically contacts the gold dust and transfers onto the race surface from the old slicks on the back of the tractor. So this is not the Tractor Olympics. This is actually useful stuff. So again, just another couple minutes here while we finish dragging and reprepping the race surface. And we'll be back to 2 lanes. All right, so that little lap with the quad, that was the traction compound getting sprayed out back onto the surface and onto the new rubber. So means we're getting awful close. Tim Van Tol and Sergio Gonzalez. Wheels up launched for Sergio, the 71 CUDA, the O2 Motorsports lane. Retired finance guy. He goes 1055, 125. It's more in line with what that car typically runs. 1243.72 for Tim. Clicks it off early. Comes Missy Odell and Jason Anderson. Jason driving that Primero Camaro, as we've now named it, unless he yells at me otherwise, in the O2 Motorsports lane. That's the 67 variety. Distinguished from the 68 by the presence of vent windows and a couple of other really small trim pieces that no one ever bothers to remember. They just look for the vent windows. Missy Odell goes red in the Charger. Going to be a low 14-second pass for her, 14:09.102. 12:80.107, nice improvement for Jason Anderson. That's about a 10th back in. Getting some passes on a new combination, new gears, new rear, new quite a bit of stuff. Well, somebody in the snack shack get a perfect light sticker ready because Tegan Glanzer's car needs one. How about Trip Zip Perfect for Tegan? I'm told another one. Is that 789.82 for Tegan? 779.83 the run for Courtney Goodman. Steve Lowry, what do you do with all those perfect light stickers anyway? Boston McConnell, Madison Jordan. Told this is Madison's, not first time, but you could count it on your fingers time on the O2 Motorsports lane out of Paradise, California. It's the O2 Motorsports side. Boston McConnell, junior novice champion out here in the Platinum Construction lane. Boston goes red. That's all right. That's what these nights are for. Make some hits, go down the racetrack. Kyle Dudley and Coleman Liddy, your next pair. Probably not any relation to Gordon, the O2 Motorsports lane. 2007 SRT8 Charger. Kyle Dudley out of Cottonwood, California. The Z06 Corvette in the Platinum Construction lane. If that car gets down the track, I've seen some of these ZOs running the high 10s straight out of the box with that supercharged LS motor. Seen them dip into the 1080s. See if we can do it on this one. Jason Bell and Jonathan Bullock. Bullock's out of Reading. 022 bulb. Hey, that'll win you some rounds. COK 500. Goes 1458, 98 miles an hour. Those are nice driving cars. I've may or may not have raced one of those before. 1417 for the VW GTI of Jason Bell. That is an impressive time for a four-cylinder front drive Volkswagen after a 2.8 60 foot. So the car's spinning through The 60-foot clock's fighting for grip, and he still goes 14-17 at 109. Jordan Vieira and Brandon Murphy. 1467 for Murphy, the Silverado pickup. 1267, 111. The 17 Charger of Jordan in the O2 Motorsports lane. Here comes Travis Carter. Willits, California, the Shelby GT350. Maybe. It's got the center taillight section from a GT350, but my tech card doesn't say GT350, so it might just be a Mustang in the Platinum Construction lane. Taking on Robert Logan out of Reading. 5th Gen Camaro, the O2 Motorsports side. Battle of the Yellow Pony Cars. Nobody really wanted to get off the starting line, but they're gone now. Mustang's got a couple of lengths on the Camaro, and it's going to continue to be that way. The Camaro does not have the mile an hour to make up the difference. It's going to be 1397 for the probably EcoBoost or V6 Mustang, and 1469.97 for the definitely V6 Camaro. Comes Troy out of Reading, the Platinum Construction lane, the Fox Body Mustang. 1989 edition in the Platinum Construction lane. Got a 5-speed out there. Jamming some gears, Stevie J style. And in the O2 Motorsports lane, it's the Martins in the 73 E-Body Challenger. 1175 for the Fox Body. 1416.96 for the Mopar. Probably a 340 would be the speaker's entirely uneducated guess. Comes Braden Cheeseman and Jonathan Johnson. Cheeseman, the RSX, 433 on the tree in the Platinum Construction lane. Taking on the Civic, the O2 Motorsports side. Tristan Karsner, Matt Dewar. Coming up next, Matt Dewar, Silverado, the O2 Motorsports side. F250 Power Stroke for Tristan Karsner in the Platinum Construction lane. Not quite enough boost built up. Oh, there it goes. Here comes the turbo. Turbo spools up, and the diesel's gone. Bye-bye, Silverado. 1494.98 for the Shasta Lake runner. 1583 at 87 for the Silverado. Jake Steinbrock and Jake Sowen. Sowen, the 66, potentially? 67 Chevelle Malibu in the O2 Motorsports lane. Oh, that thing leaves pretty good. Steinbrock, the Charger, the Platinum Construction lane. Might close it up a little bit. Nah, maybe not. 1273, 107 for the Chevelle. 1355, 109 for the Charger. Vince Miller, Brian Davis. Miller out of Shasta Lake. Saw this guy make 9 billion passes at the last street legal, and I guess he's here to make another 8.9 billion passes. Brian Davis, the Lexus ISF, the O2 Motorsports lane. Going to get there first. 1318. 109. 1453 for Vince Miller. Dylan Arbizo and Alex Restacci. in the Chevy High Country pickup, taking on the GMC Low Country 3/4 ton wheel spin machine. Put it in 4-wheel next time. Daniel Dito, Justin Sherwood. Dito, Gear Jammer, the 07 Mustang. In the Platinum Construction Lane says, bye-bye Mopar. 12-second pass for the Mustang. Going to be 12:32, 110. 16:08, 108 for Sherwood in the Charger. Chris Asboro, Toyota Camry in the Platinum Construction Lane. It's a V6. We ought to see about a 16 flat. If it's a 4-banger, it's going to be 18 and change. Focus ST of Eric Hale in the O2 Motorsports lane. I'm going to go with 4-cylinder on the Camry for those of you who are even remotely interested. 1844, 76 miles an hour for Chris Asboro. 1555, the run for the Focus ST. That's pretty typical for those cars, 96 miles an hour. Here comes Joe Smith, Brent Carr. A couple of big lifted 4-wheel drive, 38-inch tall tired, 30-second rollout pickup trucks. Joe Smith and Carter and Cody Witt. Destiny Carter, the Pentastar. A couple of not on files here going down the racetrack. Jeep Grand Cherokee, the O2 Motorsports lane. Gets an early lead on the wheel spinning Charger, but yeah, that's not the last time that guy was in front. Here comes the Charger. Ripping through all 8 gears, or 6 of them, or however many it goes through. 1421 for the Mopar. Oh, man, give it up for the one-tire fire and Caitlin Soto. The 87 Camaro, Berlinetta, the Platinum Construction Lane. Somehow in the Soto family, Caitlin Soto. Pretty much wheel to wheel with the Mustang. 1440.99 for the Camaro. 1433, 100 and change for the Mustang in the O2 Motorsports lane. Here comes John Birmingham, Anderson, California, the Platinum Construction lane. Not on file Honda Civic, the O2 Motorsports side. Again, for those of you who have not filled out your tech cards yet, which basically means you should not be racing, please do so neatly, completely, and legibly before completing your tech inspection. John, 17:10:56, clicks it off early. 20:05:72, out the back door for the Honda. Brandon Murphy, Dylan Arbizo. Pair of pick-em-ups, 1526, 90 miles an hour for Dylan Arbizo, 1472 for Brandon Murphy. Comes Jason Bell in the surprisingly quick Volkswagen GTI out of Chico, California. If he can get it out of the hole, this thing's got a 12-second pass in it. So he's about 2/10 quicker to 60 feet. We'll see if that translates into a better ET. Yeah, broke into the 13s. How about 1388, 109 for the V-dub. 1835.77 for whatever was in the O2 Motorsports lane. Vince Miller, Travis Carter. Travis, the EcoBoost Mustang with the GT350 body kit. You can't fool me more than once, sir, in the O2 Motorsports lane. And Vince Miller trying to wear out the BMW in the Platinum Construction lane. .46 light for Vince, the BMW, starting to find the tree after 923,000 passes. He goes 1435.97 miles an hour. All right, here comes Doug Reed, 37 Dodge Coupe. No time entry. Means you're not going to get a whole lot out of me other than what we see. Called these a business coupe when they came out. The idea was your traveling salesman or your businessman had a large trunk for all of their samples, whether it was carpet or wallpaper or Sears Craftsman Homes. Could be anything. Who knows? Tim Van Tol and Shelly Garber. Once again, guys, taillights on. Taillights on. The sun is down. It is dark. Our lights are on. That means yours should be too. Once again, taillights on. When you're pulling out of the staging lanes, taillights on. Comes Ken McConnell out of Red Bluff. The long car, regular Super Pro runner out here, the O2 Motorsports lane. Yeah, something goes away on Cody Alton's Falcon, so going to send Jason Anderson down on the single, 67 Camaro. Jason Anderson, 1302-107. Sergio Gonzalez undercover in the O2 Motorsports lane. The 71, Plum Crazy. E-Body Cuda out of Biggs, California. Taking on Dave Stoffel, the Gear Jammin' Oval Window. 57 V-Dub. Little right turn there for Sergio. A little bit of sideways action. Gets it gathered up, just cruises on down the racetrack. 1282-106 for the Oval Window Volkswagen. Sergio coasts through at a Volvo 240 pace, 1951. No line over at the Snack Shack right now, over there on the east side of the racetrack. Just look for the big neon Jeans hamburger sign. Cooking up Jeans, burgers, hot dogs, popcorn, you name it. Just east side of the racetrack. Head on over, look for the big neon sign. Can't miss it. Mike Riley and Jake Steinbrock. The Charger, the O2 Motorsports side. Mike Riley, 70C10. Fleet side, 1290, 105 for the pickup. 1402, 110 for that 16 Charger. Got some top end going on. Here comes Donald Carnegie and Matt Ladd, your next pair. Ladd, the O2 Motorsports lane. Donald Carnegie has chosen the Platinum Construction side. Pair of front-wheel drive Honda-based vehicles. Braden Cheeseman and Brian Davis. Brian Davis is gone. The Lexus just runs away with it. Braden's Honda. Going to be consigned to the runner-up position here. 1566, 90 miles an hour. 1318, 110 for the Lexus. Eric Hale and Jonathan Johnson are going to be the next pair down the racetrack. Jonathan's out of Bella Vista, California. In the Honda. Eric Hale, the Focus ST, the O2 Motorsports lane. Been running low mid-15s here all night. Derek Renshaw, Alex Ristacci. 1497.87 for Derek. 1620 for Alex. In the other pickup comes Kyle Dudley and Kyle Locker. Ooh, it's the battle of the Kyles. Which Kyle will reign supreme? Will it be Corvette Kyle or will it be Charger Kyle? Only the drag strip can determine. Well, Kyle Dudley pulled a reaction time advantage, but Kyle Locker drove around him by 60 feet, and the Corvette comes on the power, and that's about the end of that. 1249, 133. Whew! Holy moly, that's some mile an hour there. How about picking up 34 between the eighth and the quarter? Oh, yowza. Kyle Locker, 1363, 107. Here comes Brent Carr, Joe Smith. Brent Carr, much better job controlling wheel hop this time, the 76 Chevy pickup. Joe Smith goes, see ya, in the Duramax pickup. Gonna get down there first, 1410 at 100 even for the 3/4 ton truck. 1777 for the other truck. Hunter Simmons, Destiny Carter. Hunter Simmons. Now, this I don't remember the exact relation. This is someone who ties into the Andrews racing family. It's a nephew or a cousin. I want to say nephew. 88 Chevy pickup goes 87 on the tree. 1683, 79 miles an hour. Destiny Carter, 1481, 91 for the Challenger. Jordan Vieira and Nathan Shepard. Nathan Shepard, the 17 Mustang, the O2 Motorsports lane. Jordan Vieira, the 17 Charger, in the Platinum Construction lanes. Going to get there first here. 1269, 111. 1417, 100 even for Nathan Shepard. Cody Witt, Jason Bell, going to be the next pair. Jason Bell, the surprisingly quick Volkswagen GTI in the O2 Motorsports lane. Definitely not a factory out-of-the-box vehicle there. Cody Witt, the BMW Z3, in the Platinum Construction lane. $1389,107, Jason Anderson in the Camaro. Going to move into the exciting world of junior dragsters now. These are It's a pretty cool program, ages 5 to 17. Varying ETs based on the age of the driver. Can't go any quicker than 790. That's the fastest group. Thing's actually 60 foot pretty good, and if you do the math, a 798th mile is a 12-second quarter mile. So, although these cars don't really have the power to run a 12, in the 8th mile they'll be side by side with a 12-second car. Here comes Colby Bates and Jaden Jones. Colby Bates is in the Platinum Construction lane. Jaden Jones, the O2 Motorsports side. Couple of regular runners out here in the Junior Dragster Points Series. .891, 73 miles an hour for Colby Bates. .879 at 70 for Jaden Jones. Here comes Boston McConnell. Lincoln, California, the O2 Motorsports lane. .12:02:51 for Boston McConnell. Comes Courtney Goodman, Tegan Glanzer. Tegan, well, talk about that guy just about every time he comes up. Redding, California, many time track junior dragster champion, goes out of the burnout box. Courtney Goodman, the O2 Motorsports lane out of Eureka, California. Pretty heavy hitter. Pair of heavy hitters, we'll go with that. Not unusual to see both of these two in the late rounds just about wherever they go, be it Redding, Samoa, Sacramento, Fallon, Nevada, out there at Top Gun Raceway. And not an uncommon pair to find themselves in a final round. These are two of the faster cars, and again, remember 790s, bottom of the category for juniors. A pair of 790 cars, they basically treat it like an index. Nice 018 green light for Tegan. It's pretty hard to follow up a 00 or a perfect with a solid reaction time. That usually makes a driver back off. And Tegan went out there and ripped it again. 018 on the tree, goes 802 at 82 miles an hour. Looks like a little bit of spin going on in the 60-foot zone. 782.83, the run for Courtney Goodman. After a negative reaction time, it was minus 0.12, 12 thousandths too quick. For the runner out of Eureka, here comes Madison Jordan out of Paradise on a licensing pass. Licensing passes need to be run solo. General regulation of the National Hot Rod Association that administers the Junior Dragsters series. Comes Troy out of Reading. Gear Jammer in the Fox body. The Platinum Construction Lane and Jeremiah Chittenden. Something goes away on Tim McGinnis's car. Tim, head on over to the side if you are having a mechanical issue. Do not stay in the center of the racetrack. That's generally not advisable. Again, guys, if you're having any kind of mechanical difficulties and anything going away on the race car, we're going to ask you to pull over to the side and stop. Do not continue to drive down the center of the racetrack. That just makes cleanup that much more difficult. The fact that I'm bringing this up right now is probably an indicator to you that such a thing just happened. So do not continue to drive down the center of the racing surface. If you're experiencing a mechanical issue, pull over to the side and stop, and one of our track crew will come down and retrieve your vehicle. So again, the right lane has now been somewhat soiled, so going to be down for a few minutes here while we assess the condition of the racetrack and see what it's going to take to get it back up to snuff, however high that snuff may be. And now would be a great time to head over to the east side of the racetrack. Check out the Snack Shack. Look for the big neon jeans hamburger sign. Kind of hard to miss. Serving up fresh jeans burgers with the top secret jeans family recipe, the Reading Institution. Well as snow cones and all sorts of good stuff on the east side of the racetrack. I'm told we just got a new shipment of merchandise as well, so you can get some Reading Drag Strip swag, get some merch, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, all that other sort of good stuff is also over there on the east side of the racetrack. It's cold out there. I'm told it's colder than the buckle on a well digger. So if you were to go over there and you need a jacket and feel a little chilly, they got them for you. Once again, that's the east side of the racetrack. So again, we're just making an evaluation here on the condition of the right lane. We'll be back with you momentarily. So once again, we're going to be running left lane only from here on out. So now it becomes even more critical. If you're having a mechanical difficulty, pull over to the side and stop. Do not continue to drive down the race surface. That just makes cleanup longer and more difficult. Jason Anderson out of Reading. 67 Camaro going down the Platinum construction lane. Best 60 foot we've seen out of Jason all night. 184. Might be a high 12-second pass here. 12:58, 108 for Jason. That's his best ET of the night. Brandon Murphy, 11 Silverado, going down the Platinum Construction lane. The only lane for the remainder of the night is the left lane. If you're not left-handed or you do not like things that are left, you're not going to be pleased, as we're only running the left lane for the duration of the evening. 14:51 for Brandon Murphy. Here comes John Birmingham out of Anderson in the Mustang. In, you guessed it, the left lane. $13.96, 102 for John Birmingham. Here comes Dylan R. Bezo out of Anderson in the Denali GMC. This is the upscale GMC, Denali. And with Pinky fully extended, the Denali trips the beams, 1530, 89 miles an hour. Next pair, next car, going to be Justin Sherwood at a Palisadro. In the Charger, Scat Pack. 12 seconds if the car can put the power down. Andrew White. A little bit of yip yip chirp chirp. Going to be a 1285, 110 for the Charger. You know, Mopar did something right with all these late model muscle cars. I don't know what it is, but the Chargers and the Challengers seem to sell at a rate of 2 to 1 compared to the Mustangs. And the Mustangs sell at a rate of 2 to 1 to the Camaros. The Mopars just seem to own the market when it comes to the late model muscle department. I'm not biased. I don't know what you're talking about. How dare you? Jake Steinbrock in the Charger. 1409, 107 for the Hemi. Comes Vince Miller out of Shasta Lake. Rolling in that BMW. Vince still working on them reaction times, trying to get them down into the O range. Saw a couple O's out of them earlier. Just keep leaving when that third yellow comes on. Donald Carnegie, the Acura, going down the track. Trips the beams. How about 1685, 84 for the Honda-based entry? Here comes Brian Davis out of Chico, the Lexus ISF V8 powered. Apologies for the brief periods of silence. The announcer's enjoying one of those famous Gene's hamburgers, so commentary might be sporadic for the next few minutes. Robert Logan, 1554, 91 miles an hour in the Camaro. Here comes Doug Reed, 38 Plymouth Coupe. You know, I could be mistaken. I might need an expert to correct me, but I'm not sure a twin turbo LS motor was a factory option on a 37 Dodge Coupe. If anyone knows the answer, please write to us. Derek Renshaw, Millville, California. Comes Jason from Paradise. Forever just going to be known as Jason Paradise in the Platinum Construction Lane. Only lane. That's right. At least for now. The O2 Motorsports Lane will be back in O2 Motorsports Lane 2 Electric Boogaloo. Kenny Grant, the ever-present pick-em-up truck. It's the John Andrews Jr. Mobile. He goes 1246 at 104. Jason Bell, the V-Dub, 1402-109. Jason Anderson, the one tire fire, 67 Camaro. Coming out of the water box. Heating up what is most likely a BF Goodrich Radial TA. All right, guys, staging lanes are closing in 10 minutes. This is your 10-minute warning. 9 minutes and 57 seconds until the staging lanes are closed for the night. Once again, we gave the 10-minute warning for the staging lanes about 2 minutes ago, so I guess that makes this the 8-minute warning for the end of Street Night number 2. Jordan Vieira, the Charger, in the Platinum Construction Lane. $12.94-109. Scat Pack Charger. Donald Carnegie has successfully transferred all of his tread into the burnout box. Now he approaches the starting line. Eric Hale. $17.39.91 for Eric. Missed a gear, missed a shift, missed a something. 15-18-95 for Brandon Cheeseman. Cody Witt, the next car out, the BMW Z3. Sort of the return of the little BMW two-door Roadster. A form not really seen for BMW since the old 507 V8 back in the 60s. Goes 1597, 88 miles an hour. Taillights on, guys. Taillights on. For the next 4 minutes, taillights on. All right, guys. Staging lanes are closed. Staging lanes are closed. If you are not currently in the lanes, you're not going to go down the racetrack. If you're already in the lanes, we're going to run you out. So if you're not in the lanes, you are done for the night as 7,000 more people pull into the lanes. Once again, staging lanes are closed. Staging lanes are closed. So once again, staging lanes are closed. Staging lanes are closed. If you come to the lanes now, you're too late. Sorry, Charlie. We'll catch you next time. The Honda's headed down the racetrack. How about 1325 106 for the hatchback? Comes Jason Anderson, 67 Camaro. This is probably past 8 or number 9 that I've seen. There may have been more in there that I missed because I showed up late. That's how it goes sometimes. All right, second to last car is going to be Cody Witt, the BMW Z3. All right, last car down the track is going to be Troy, 1152, 117 in the Mustang. So that's a wrap from us here at the historic Reading Drag Strip.